About 30 days ago, I called this folding mouse one of the smartest travel mice that I have ever set my eyes on, and that it kind of reminds me of the Microsoft Arc mouse. But reality, first impressions are easy to come by and make a decision like, I love this device. But the question is, after 30 days, what does the reality actually hold for this little tiny mouse that I have in my Android here? It still pretty looks nice. I guess you agree with me. But the question is, and the reality is, the real test of this kind of mice begins when the mouse lives in your bag beside your bedstand and it gets folded every single day. Does the novelty of that mouse wear off? So after 1 month with the Logitech Mobi Fold, here is the question. Would I still spend £70 on it like I did 30 days ago? Or do I consider this now a practical waste of money? And more importantly, if you've not bought one, should you buy it or should you consider buying it for yourself? And if you watched my original review video, which I'll link somewhere above in one of the cards here and some of the linky stuff that YouTube does, you already know the promise. The mouse folds in half, and once you're using it, it's almost as flat as it could get. And the powers off when it folds flat, not like all this bulky, janky mouse that we get to move around every single day. And I have a couple of those mice actually lying around in my office. So the question is, does the novelty, geniusness of this one really set it apart for me in this age and time? And through this, I work across multiple operating systems: Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS, whatever new OS that might tick my fancy in the future. I made a video about that somewhere. You can check them out also on why and how I use those multi-OS setup. And I've tested all of that on every of that operating system. But primarily now, this is linked to my Windows laptop, the one I'm recording here, and to my M5 MacBook here. Yeah, I got some stickers on it now, but not on the main bits. Oh, you might ask, what accessory is this? I like to cover my most expensive spend. So it's still a Mac, right? It's still a Mac, so don't get swindled. It's still a Mac. Yes, I do use a Mac. So it's not Gimmick. I actually do use a Mac now. For my friends who don't know, yes, I use a Mac now. And I still use Windows every day also, but my day-to-day laptop is now a Mac. And a video is coming on that. If it's not dropping before this one, I'll link it also. You'll find it if you subscribe. And if you don't subscribe, you just miss it. Yeah, so like and subscribe. That's the point there. I tested all that already. Windows, Mac, iOS. Yes, that's what I use. So I use it with my M4 iPad here. Ha, there you got a lot of Apple stuff now. Yes, but my primary phone is still my Google Pixel 10 Pro XL. Yep, get it. I still use Android. And I've tested the use of that every single day, right? So I'm not going to repeat the spec sheet and every other thing about the mouse. This is an ownership update. What has really held up for this mouse for me, and what has been annoying in the way I use this mouse. And the question is, did the folding of the mouse turn out to be a genuinely useful feature or just a clever party trick? Let's start with the part I was most suspicious about, the Hinge. To be honest, to be very fair, I thought it would have broken by now. The question is, can it survive years of daily folding? Yes, I know I cannot verify that claim in just 30 days plus of usage, but I can tell you what mine feels like right now, after 30 days of use. Because folding is doing just 3 jobs at once. It's the power button, protects the touch effect, and it makes the mouse flat enough to disappear in my bag and into the pouch that came with it. Like so. The folding action has now sort of become automatic from that I even expected from my more junky mouse, which is kind of good because it's sort of grown on me. Okay, you finish working, you fold it, put it in your bag, in your pocket, wherever you want to put it, hang it, dangle it around. It doesn't really matter. And if you're carrying this beside a key and chargers, it means that the mouse is really secure in your real work bag. And I would recommend that you definitely use the pouch with it because it protects the mouse. I have to get external cases for this kind of mice also. Now, the touch scroll was also one of the biggest compromises in my first review. After 1 month, I'm more comfortable with it now, the way it works for websites, emails, documents, and reading through code and just using my iPad on the go. It's kind of good. And now it feels natural. My finger knows where the strip is without me having to look and think about it. But here's the honest part. Getting used to touch strip does not magically turn it into a physical because it is still not a physical wheel. A physical wheel has a feel to it. It has some actions you can actually take with it. For example, there's the center click, which this does not have. Okay, a large timeline, a spreadsheet. I still prefer a proper scroll wheel for those kind of actions. So the touch scroll has its limitations for me in that way, but I hardly do Excel stuff. I mostly just do step-by-step things. So the compromise was not quite a lot for me right there. But if you live in Excel sheets every day and you want this to be your main mouse, I think you might have to have a thing. But if you're someone like me, who the work I do on the go is not really that, scrolling heavy, this mouse is still the right choice. And for me, the easy switch makes a lot of sense. I can easily switch between my Windows, my iPad, and my Mac with just the press of these buttons. And those are my three main on-the-go devices. I still have other main devices, but my on-the-go devices, my Windows laptop, my MacBook here, and my iPad here. Those are my three main, if that's the way I talk about it. So it has buttons here, 1, 2, 3 that I click to actually switch through those profiles. And this is where it makes sense for someone like me. Yes, I have a mouse that can switch between 7 devices, one that switches between 3 devices, another Logitech mouse right there. And they are great. And because my work does not live on one OS, I need to be able to do that switch easily. And this mouse on the go solves that problem for me. The other question is the battery life. To be honest, I've only had to charge this battery 3 times since I got it in 30 days. That means I use it for about 10 solid days before it actually dies, because when I use it, I actually use it extremely. Okay, I've charged it only 3 times, and it was just about 50-ish% when I was charging it, because I was going for a long trip. I didn't just want to worry about charging it before coming back, and then 4 days on the go, I came back with about 70%-ish. I charged it again, and I've not charged it since. So it means that against all the lab claims, I can't even remember all the lab claims now, this mouse can really hold up its charge, and it works quite excellently well. And because it charges through USB-C, if I ever need to, all I need to do is find a USB-C cable somewhere, chuck it on the ass, and I'm good to go. But my wish, for £70, I feel and I think Logitech should have included a cable, maybe one of their cheaper cables, because I know now the cables they make for their accessories are really so goddamn thick. For example, this is how thick the cable that came with my Logitech MX Brio webcam is. It's that thick. Their cables are thick now. So maybe they could have included one of their old cheaper cables in the box just for charging, That would have been nice. But of course, because I have a lot of these cables lying around, it was not a problem for me. Comfort is where you need to be realistic. The Mobi Fold is not replacing my MX Master 3 mouse for my long video editing sessions at my desk, or for my long editing sessions, even when I'm the guy. I still carry this mouse if I'm carrying all my gadgets along. But if I just really want to pop downstairs, pop up to the coffee shop, or maybe even going to church, this is the mouse I take along. Yes, I use my computer in church. Didn't you know that? Just kidding. Now, but for comparison, that matters to me a lot also, because the comparison between the Mobi Fold and my Rapu or my Logitech MX mouse is that being stuck on a laptop trackpad sucks a lot for me. In a cafe, on a train, in a hotel room, or even walking away from my desk at home. In those situations, the Mobi Fold is just the easy answer, because it gives my hand a more natural position. If I do the trackpad thing for long, my hand starts to cramp. It does. I don't know for you. But because I could put this in my pocket, I could literally pocket it. Grab my laptop or my iPad, I'm good to go. Those situations make the Mobi Fold really stand out for me. And after all the niceness wear off finally on my other mouse, this still stand. And there are some 3 things you need to know about this mouse before you even consider buying it. The price, £70 is premium money. Trust me, for a travel mouse, £70 or whatever currency you're using for this mouse, it's proper money. A normal Bluetooth mouse that can do a basic job for less exists for £15-20. Second, Bluetooth only, no dongle fallback. Kind of nice, I get it. People don't really use dongle these days. But I would have appreciated if it came with at least one USB-C dongle. Logitech, we can do better there. For £70, we can do that. Even if I will end up not using it, I think you can do better right there. Right? And the third one is the touch screen. It's still a compromise for every scroll-oriented work. And the feedback is that if you can make a version of this that has a scroll wheel, I don't know what magic you want to do, that would have been nicer. But those are small details, and for me, it's not a deal breaker because I have a lot of these scrolling mouses hanging around anyway, so I could easily use those ones. And for someone like you watching this video, that might actually be the deal breaker for you. It's up to you to decide. So finally, after 1 month, what is my verdict on this mouse? Is it a genius still, or is it a gimmick? For me, the fold concept of this mouse, I believe it's really genius. It's not a gimmick for me. It solves a real problem. The same movement powers the mouse off, protects it, and makes it easy to carry in my bag and in my pocket. Basically for your office. And for the ladies, you get different colors. I prefer my gray colors. There's white, and I think there's also pink colors. For this mouse right here, easy switch between your phone and your iPad and your MacBook here. 3 devices, you're good to go. No one needs to get as crazy as me in my setup to have 5-10 devices, right? You have just the basic things you need. This is good for you. But the thing is also, if your mouse lives permanently on your desk, just go buy the normal full-size mouse. Don't even bother about this. I'm going to tell you the truth. Logitech is not sponsoring this. Even if they were, I'm going to tell you the truth anyways. You will get better comfort from more curvy, biggie mouses. Mouses. That's a word. So if you live on a desk all the time, not most of the time, all the time, a scrolling mouse is better for you other than that. But if you're on the go, the Mobi Fold is for you. That sort of rhymes. If you're on the go, the Mobi Fold is for you. Right? And I think that's it. The next checkpoint for this video, for this mouse, is in 6 months. That will be 5 months from now then, where we will see how the hinge is performed, and if something has worn off on this mouse, or if I don't like it anymore. If something has broken, then I will let you know. Right? So I guess I'll see you in 5 months. And to be able to see you in 5 months, I think you need to do one thing. You need to subscribe so that you get notified when that video comes in. If you want to see that durability update on this mouse, if something has worn off or not, yeah, go subscribe and like and share. Alright? I'll see you in about 5 months on this video. But before you go, just before you go, watch this one where I talk about my multi-OS setup, and watch this one where I talk about other set of devices I use on the channel. I'll see you again in another video. Yeah, work is calling me now. Bye bye.